Hi, my name is Levett-Monaghan. This is my Paul Mitchell Art Team application 2012. This is my lovely, beautiful model, Catherine. Today, Catherine, we're going to be refreshing Catherine's colour, and we're also going to be giving her a complete restyle. Quite excited when Catherine came in and said that we can completely cut it off, so we're going to give her a good restyle. For the sake of the film, I've already coloured Catherine's hair using the formulations that are on the screen, also the colouring technique, and finished with the PM shines on the bottom section. I'm about to start on the cut section on Catherine now. Just before I do, I'm going to have a little run through on the products that I'll be using today. So I'm going to be using the sculpting foam, which is from the flexible hold style, and the conditioner. The reason for this is because it's going to help me with my cut. It's going to help me keep my sections nice and neat. It's going to help keep the moisture and the hydration within the hair. They're both conditioning products, perfect for prepping the hair before a haircut. And it's going to give that product an opportunity to start working and taking shape, sealing those cuticles down and giving me a much neater finish at the end of it. Catherine's hair is quite curly in texture, so both of these products are ideal for her hair type. I've made a cocktail here using the sculpting foam and the conditioner. It's very important when doing this to remember that you need to evenly distribute the product throughout the hair. Starting from roots to ends, making sure that you cover the full cuticle from roots to ends. It's very good to distribute it evenly. Starting the mapping out on Catherine's haircut now. Start the mapping out using Catherine's natural parting down towards the nape, from the high point of the head to centre part from ear to ear. This will leave me with 4 quadrants. Then take each quadrant and using my comb to my fingertip as a guide and the round of the head, create 4 triangles. Once I have all 4 triangles and have repeated this in all 4 quadrants, the back 2 triangles I'm going to connect together to make 1, leaving me with 3 triangles. This is mapping out the haircut, and it's very important. It also means that I will be able to work neatly and quickly, and that I have started with the end in mind. You would never start a car journey without mapping it out first. This is the same rule when cutting hair. After all, it is an art. It allows us to work cleaner and more controlled when working with 3-dimensional shapes. Starting the sectioning in the centre back using a vertical diagonal section, pulling the hair out straight from the head, then cutting graduation. Remembering that graduation lives between 1 degree and 89 degrees. Repeat this as I move through neatly through my sections, over directing back towards the centre. It's important when cutting hair to keep clean sections and even tension throughout. Also, if you haven't noticed, my fingertips are pointing towards the ceiling and my knuckles are pointing towards the nape. This is also very important to keep an even balance. It's important in this haircut to remember toe, tension, over direction and elevation. It helps us all to work neatly and more efficiently, and it also brings us back to the fundamentals of hairdressing that are very important. When cross-checking this haircut, look for a horizontal line due to the fact that we have over-directed everything to our stationary guide in the centre. Moving on to the front section now. Unclip. Comb the section down, then start combing the section towards your back guideline. This is over direction. It is important when over directing to keep your tension even, to keep your section well combed, and do not cut until you find your guideline. Combing straight back, over directing. When you can clearly see your guideline, then cut. Moving on now to the other side. Same procedure, same ruling. The only difference is my finger positioning has changed. This is to keep an even balance. My fingertips are now pointing towards the floor and my knuckles are pointing towards the ceiling. Moving on to the front section, over directing back once again. Make sure you keep neat tension, good combing, don't cut until you can see the guideline. It's time to start on layering now, releasing one of the top triangles. It is important to keep your body positioning stationary at this point. Taking a horizontal section, lifting straight up from the head to create layering that lives at 90 degrees. Whilst I am doing this, I am elevating the layering, making it longer towards the front. Elbow pointing towards the ceiling, fingertips pointing towards the floor. When I'm doing this, it is important to keep my sections clean, tidy and neat. Also to try and elevate my elbow in order to give me the length towards the front that I desire. I'm bringing each section and over directing them back to the centre position. You may have noticed that my body positioning hasn't changed. I've repeated this on both sides, but the one thing that has stayed is my body positioning has been stationary the whole time. We're about to move into the drying segment now. For this I've chosen two products from the Arapu Wild Ginger range. We use the treatment styling oil and the texturising sea sprays. The reason for using these two products is because the treatment styling oil has got the even balance in there with the Arapu extract. It will also help me smooth Catherine's cuticles down and give me that smoother, softer finish on the ends because it is a little bit dry. The texturising sea spray, is, on the other hand, is going to help me give the body and the texture that I need for my finish and end result. So both of these products are fantastic. I'm pre-preparing the hair now, ready to start blow drying. Evenly distributing the product throughout, even with the spray. It is important to distribute products evenly in order to get a better finish with your blow dry, especially these products in Catherine's hair fabric to make sure that all frizz is removed from the hair. Moving on to blow drying now, I'm using techniques such as flat wrapping and leafing. This is very important with Catherine's hair type in order to remove the frizz. Now moving in with the Pro Smoothers in order to give me a glossier, more polished finish. Moving into the dry relationship now, pay attention to detail, remove weight where needed, add texture where needed. Okay, so I'm going to finish Catherine's hair off now using the Gloss Drops, which is a frizz-free polish. It's great for sealing those cuticle ends and just getting a nice shiny finish. We're also going to use the Awapoo Wild Ginger finishing spray. This has UV protection in it. It's also a firm hold but touchable finish, so it's great for your ending result.
Take this bird in with its broken leg, we could nurse it, she said. Come inside for a little lie down with me, and if you fall asleep, it wouldn't be the worst thing. But when I wake up, your makeup's on my shoulder, and tell me if I lie down, stay now, let me hold ya. Oh. But if I kiss you, will your mouth read this truth? Darling, how I miss you. Strawberries taste how lips do, and it's not good.